Do you want any drinks?
I'm just leaving me out today, huh?
Water? Yeah. 3410.
Yeah.
All right, collard greens, coleslaw, spicy, bold sauce, brisket, and sausage. All right, let's talk about Wright's Barbecue. Sign on the door says established in 2016. It's 2021, so we're talking about a 5-year-old barbecue joint. This place is packed. I sat across the street talking on the phone. I was on a phone call, and I sat over there and finished a phone call for about 20-25 minutes. And as I looked over here, I kept looking at this place, and there was just cars just piling in. It was like 12:30. Finally, about 1 o'clock, I got off the phone, and there were a few empty parking spots, so I pulled over. I got right in. Most of the people were waiting to get in the door most of that time that I was across the street. When I got here, I think that initial crowd was kind of cleaning out. But they've got outside seating here. They've got a big deck there. They've got tents in the back. I mean, really, you're just sitting all around the place because you couldn't put this many people in. I mean, they'd have to have a gigantic building to seat this many people. They flat do the business. I mean, they move you through there. All right, let's talk about food. I had the brisket and the sausage. That was a 2-meat combo, come with 2 sides and a drink. I think tax and all was $21. For what you get, that is a great price, because that brisket was probably the best brisket I've ever had. I know I've had some great briskets in the past, but that was probably, if it wasn't the best brisket I've ever had, that was a top 5 brisket for sure. The crust, it had a bark on it like no other. Just, man, it was great. The sausage was great. I don't mean a little bit good. I mean, their sausage is spot on. So I didn't get the beans. I've been trying to do low carb. That makes eating barbecue even better. But I got the coleslaw, and it's the kind of coleslaw I like. I don't like a real sweet, saucy coleslaw. I like one that's a little more sour, a little more salty. Not tangy sour, but I like a Wright's coleslaw. That's my kind of slaw. I got the collard greens. I never thought I would say this. The collard greens here are better than the collard greens at Rodney Scott's in South Carolina. And I thought his collard greens were the best I'd ever had. These are not as sweet and I like that better. And so, what can I say? Oh, sauce. I had the bold and the hot and spicy. I didn't try the original. Wish I would have, but I didn't. Of the two, I like the bold better because it's smooth. The hot and spicy is it kind of looks ketchupy. It doesn't taste like ketchup, but it's a lot thicker sauce. And I like the smooth, thinner sauce of the bold. Neither one was overly hot. Both of them had great flavors. I found myself using the sauce just because I like the sauce, not because the meat needed it. This place is great, man. This is a legitimate, world-class barbecue restaurant. I've eaten at some world-class barbecue restaurants where they've actually won national awards for their barbecue. Wright's is right there on that level. You may have to wait to get in. You may have to sit outside. I wouldn't come here on a rainy day. But the barbecue is legit. It is very good. I wanted beef ribs. They only serve them on Saturdays. So that was out. But in all seriousness, these people know how to make barbecue. And the hype is real. So Wright's Barbecue, it is right up there with all of the other great barbecue that I've had. And it's hard to rank them because, you know, I ate at Joe's, but that was like over a year ago. Joe's Barbecue in Kansas City. So it's hard to rank something you had today with something you had a year ago, or Rodney Scott's that I had 2 or 3 months ago, or Big Bob Gibson's that I had maybe 2 years ago or a year ago. So it's hard to take, you know, like Reed's and say, well, it's 1, 2, 3, or it's, you know, it's. So I just kind of have a top shelf barbecue. Wright's. You come here, you will not be disappointed. If you don't like Wright's, you just don't like barbecue. Anyways, check them out if you're in Northwest Arkansas. It is my pick for Northwest Arkansas barbecue, and I'll see you guys somewhere down the barbecue trail.